a game.
Got a great defense, so they haven't needed that offense, but against a team like North Carolina, they might need to put in more than 10. But with Lavelle and Carroll, I mean, you can have a heck of a defensive day for this Penn team.
Casey Mulligan out of the box. Up top, and Cam Rubin rips one home. Fifth of the season for the senior midi. Penn's on the board first.
It's a good look from Penn. I love the pass almost more than I love the shot. Look, pushing down the right side. It's Mulligan, moves the ball. No one is up top guarding Rubin, and he has a clear step down. He's been doing that. It's been really, really impressive.
Salucci only a true freshman, but Joe Bresci says he's already the voice of the defense. He makes all the calls from inside.
And it's easy when you got a guy like Gianfrancaro behind you who's got that much experience, and he's barking orders as well, but you need a guy on the inside. Your defenders should be talking the entire time as well. It's constant communication.
Matten's got his defender hung up. And Carolina responds. Ty English with his 6th off a beautiful cut and feed.
And that's perfect. This is what James Matten's good at. He hasn't been exploding off the score sheet, but Coach Bresci was so complimentary of his play and how he's added to this offense. And then a great quick stick by Ty English.
Johns Hopkins, and he'll also see his brother Sam later this year. Sam, an impact player at Syracuse.
And a high NLL draft pick as well. 2 great Canadian players, and 3 actually, Hopkins, Syracuse, and North Carolina. I mean, 3 brothers, those 3 schools, you hit every major historic lacrosse school.
Talk about lacrosse history behind the net, Ryan Levy. His mom, Jenny, the head coach of the Ute women's program. Carolina tic-tac-toes its way to 2. Mason Suchek on the board, the true freshman. His first goal for UNC.
We got 2 North Carolina goals now, but I don't even care about the goal. I want to talk about James Matten again. Look at this. He's had his eyes up this whole entire time. 2 times he's behind at X. 2 quick stick goals. He's the reason. There's 2 goals on the board for North Carolina, and a great...
Keep it with Carolina. That is a big break for UNC. The shot clock running down, really nothing in front for Matten.
Yeah, there was nothing there, but now you get a full, fresh 60 seconds, which, like you said, Penn, total opposite of what they wanted to do. They were on the positive side of that scrum, but instead...
Work time on the doorstep. Flag flies, and Carolina scores. UNC doubles the advantage and might have an and-one opportunity coming.
3-1 already. Quick sticks everywhere. Who wants one? They'll find you. Ty English finding the back of the net. 3-1 UNC.
Didn't score against Hopkins last week. They had a couple good looks.
He's got the short stick.
Feet a little high for Matten. Dante Vardaro, the true freshman, rips that ground ball away. What a pick. War time with one hand. Petrala. The Carolina ride like banshees.
North Carolina has one of the best rides in the country, and you're seeing it there. And your ride is not just about your attackmen, it's also about the rest of the team. You see there, Spencer Wertheim snags it out of the air, and then he got nothing but shooters in front with Petrala, but it all starts there. What a play by Wertheim, getting the assist with Petrala. A finish, 7 goals in 2 games there.
To start off, he loved how Duffy and Petrala made strides over the offseason, highlighting Petramala's shooting, that he's not just aiming for a coffee can. He focuses on a whole third of the net, so a much wider area for potential goals. And then Duffy's ability to manage the game, to get everyone else involved. That's what we've seen. As Duffy's been taken away, North Carolina has relied on the rest of its attack, and they've all chipped in. A 3-goal lead and another possession for UNC. A pole goal on the board. Second of the season for Paul Barton.
Paul Barton getting a pole goal. You love to see it. But what I notice once again, it's James Matten from X, eyes up, the find. And honestly, as great as that goal looked, great grad transfers for this UNC program on the offensive end, which made his role different. He's played out of the midfield. Like you said, he has started a lot of games at attack. He's a natural attackman, so he feels very good in this spot below goal line extended.
Matched up with Vardaro, the freshman from St. A's. Nick Dupuis catches one to the face. Two-time transfer back to Matten. Bodying up Canet. Feed to the middle, deflected. And a turnaround goal, Nick Dupuis. Second of the year for the grad transfer from Virginia. It's all UNC. Carroll got a piece, but the loose ball right to the heels.
It's an interesting one. It just gets free. Initially stopped because, like I said, Matten has been looking through the first couple weeks of the season how well they play as a team, as a unit. Gianfrancaro running it. Salucci coming up big as a freshman. I mean, I've been extremely impressed, and I think this is one of the best defenses in the country, which to say that and knowing what they lost is very impressive.
Joe Bresci told us he loved how his defense grew up last weekend against Hopkins. Withstood the Jays' run, shut down Hunter Chauvette, shut down Matt Collison. Matten spins it in. Knocking on the doorstep, no need to ring the bell. First goal for Matten, he's got 3 assists already. And UNC up 7-1.
And it's tough for Carroll because he's made some great initial saves, but the goals that are getting in on him are inside. We've seen the quick sticks. We saw the garbage goal earlier. Another
face-off guy. Virginia transfer Mac Eldridge out before the season even started with a lower body injury. Number 2 man, Ethan Costanzo, leaves the Georgetown opener with a lower body injury. So Stevie Davis, the true freshman, has been pressed into action. Nowhere to spin it for Rubin. Brett Koopman getting some run at LSM. Drew Scott up top guarding Canet. Rubin spins back to that lefty snipe. Mike Murphy says when Rubin gets that left hand free, you better watch out. He just stung a corner.
I don't know if that looked as cool on TV as it did from where I'm sitting, but oh my gosh. Stop, the hockey stop doesn't go around much farther. And what impresses me, the way their offense has been moving the ball.
You can see it there. Penn hasn't allowed a man down goal this year. UNC 3 for 11 with the EMO. Price, Duffy, Petrala is camping out in the middle. Levy's the lefty.
Want to try and get this defense to rotate. There's going to be someone open if you do.
Penn steps out. Lavell's up there at the top. Levy in the middle, turns and burns. Right as the advantage expires, Ryan Levy through the wickets.
This is the Ryan Levy specialty, in my opinion. He's so good at playing in the middle and finishing on top of that crease. Has this ability to find open space, and he specializes in, and then you got the midfielders as well coming in to help that ride. And I was about to mention before that Carroll made a save. Didn't love the shot. You can't go stick side hip on Carroll. He's going to make that save every time.
Carolina can re-rack and attack Carroll's cage again. Harshbarger. That's a freshman connection that'll pay dividends for a while. Number 1, Mason Suchek to number 11, Caden Harshbarger. Suchek dumps it in, and there's a twister. First year to first year, 1-11. Pay it off, guys.
Ian, I'm honestly a little surprised with how many just bounces it seems like this North Carolina team's getting. You see Petrala drops it, but instead it's picked up by Suchek. And then
Joe Bresci loves the poise of Caden Harshbarger. He scored UNC's first goal of the season and scored the eventual game winner at Homewood. Provost was Penn's consistent attackman over the fall, but he's been quiet in the first half. He'll let one rip. Skips the bouncer past Gio's cage.
And I like that for a Penn team that's not getting many shots. They only have 4 right now in this game compared to 18 for North Carolina. Go quicker, take more shots, just any way you can get them.
Provost round the corner, lefty ripper.
It's like I said, they just need to get some on cage, build some confidence. Coming up, we got way more lacrosse from Dorrance. Penn getting back in team effort, obviously. I mean, you got the new guys, especially in this new era. It's just very different. You got Gianfrancaro, you bring him in, and we've seen it in the transfer portal era. It doesn't always work out. There's personality differences. It just doesn't click. You're not in the right place. It wasn't the right choice, whatever it may be. But when you got a guy like Gianfrancaro, O'Barry, Wertheim, who bought into this Tar Heel culture and immediately became leaders, not just part of the team.
Here is Wertheim. One-handed pick in the first quarter led to a Petrala goal. Duffy skips it in. ACC Freshman of the Year last year is on the board against the Quakers in 2025.
And a rare thing, Owen Duffy was held scoreless in the first quarter. This is the first we get to see him, and it's the perfect pick from he isn't needed as much as he usually is, especially last year. Last year in this Penn game, he needed to do everything for the offense. It was him and Petrala for the most part.
Carolina offense was great last year in the second half against Penn. Might not need an 11-goal second half the way this one started. Duffy hitting the gas pedal. Inside, Price. Nasty low to high. Owen Duffy with his 5th assist sets up the sophomore beautifully.
That was a perfect play by Owen Duffy and an even better finish by Price. See Duffy coming over the top. He's been on Lavelle like glue. Price, the feed, face dodge immediately on the short stick and blows past him. That's tough.
Carroll caught a bit of the cage as well.
Get a good look at the save on the left side. Quick stick, it's a great feed, but it's an even better save, and that's what Gianfrancaro does for this North Carolina team. He's gonna save everyone he should, like that one from way outside, but he's gonna steal some. That's one he just stole.
He was second team All-Ivy last year. Emmett Carroll in cage for Penn was first team. Petrala on a hop. Big bouncer for Dom, his second tonight.
We opened this game with a highlight reel of his goals from that Johns Hopkins game. Well, you see the skip and you're thinking, oh, he's about to snipe a corner. No, the fundamental thing to do. Goes right over the shoulder, a bouncer. That's how you're moves really well side to side, and that's how he cuts off those ground balls. But when you have one like the last one on Carroll, it's coming in so hot and it's bouncing so far ahead of him, that's tough to see in the track.
Pretty nice swim move from Evan Bellotta, 41 in white. One of a couple defenders Joe Bresci said we'd see more of throughout the second half of this game. Again, a 36-hour turnaround for both of these teams. And we'll go over to Duke on Sunday. UNC hosting Princeton. We'll see bodies rotate in and out to keep them fresh. This is Dewey Egan making an impact right away. Second of the year for the San Diego senior. California cool on the run.
Dewey Egan was a highly touted recruit and hasn't seen as much shine on this North Carolina team as we would have thought, but that's what he can do. His ceiling is so high.
Drew Scott in there bumping. Solucci finishes on the sideline. Flag flies. Penn might have an extra man advantage, but they'll play the delay.
Gonna have to see that one again, but they got 6-on-6 lacrosse until further notice. 25 in the shot clock, though.
Mulligan back to Rubin. On the weak side. Deflected in front. Kroska can't grab it. Dunk on the edge. Patterson. Patterson got knocked into next week afterwards, but he still finished.
Yeah, there's another gritty goal. This time it's from Penn. See if that can get them going here late. Gritty rebounds. That's how you do it. Clean up the trash.
Carolina spinning the rock. Minutes ago, third quarter. Levy in the middle. Went for the worm burner.
And that's probably why Owen Duffy hasn't scored a man-up goal in his career, because his job on the man-up has really been to feed, because everyone's eyes are on number 8. That's who they do not want to let score.
Can't give Petrala time and room. Levy with another one. If you blink, you miss it. Ryan Levy with his second tonight.
I'll have the Ryan Levy special, and that's what it is. He's already done it once. He's so good on the man up. That's when he comes out for North Carolina, sits himself right in the middle, and just has a knack for being extreme
passion for the game of lacrosse.
And he's trying to chase the rings now, see if he can get a ACC or national title before his career's said and done.
Levy scored his second on the man up right before the end of the third quarter.
We're seeing a different look on offense now from North Carolina.
Duffy's off the field. Petrala playing up top. Brevin Wilson over to Petro. Petrala stings a corner. Top pin for 77. He's got a hat trick.
I said it earlier that Petrala, whenever he touches the ball, you feel like he can score. And you see it there, rips it into the top corner, low to high, takes the...
Leif Hagerup got tagged for the slash.
Full 1 minute for Penn late in this game. Work the man-up offense. North Carolina, a good man-down unit. Mentioned it earlier, they got Andrew O'Barry, the Harvard transfer, with a pole. Brings even more experience to the unit.
Penn 0 for 6 on the extra man this year. Got to check one of those boxes to compete with the Ivy's best. Rubin. There's a moneymaker.
I'd say so. That's a great look. 32 seconds on the penalty, and this is honestly where Penn has seen the most success, is step down rips and perfectly played. Not 16th ranked, they're probably top 5.
We've heard from multiple coaches this season alone about how losing the COVID guys has really changed the talent profiles of men's lacrosse. That this past year, you not only lost a senior class, you lost fifth years and sixth years that were leaders and key impact players on both sides.
There was never the amount of experience in college sports and in college lacrosse than there were the past couple of years, when you could have guys that had been in a system for 6 years and had understood the routine that entire time. Nice finish. Ben Smith on the board.
Penn cuts the lead to 9.
Just a low roller, and from outside, got to get another look. Good find in the middle of the field. When you get a shot in the middle of the field, it just opens your chances of scoring. I think his stick and dropped right down into the crease, but luckily stays out. Like you said, leave you touch the crease anyways.
Here comes the third line for UNC. Egan, Macaluso, freshman out of Culver. And on the far side, Nick Dupuis. A couple years at UMBC for Nick Dupuis. Stop at Stony Brook. And then finishing out his career in Chapel Hill. Macaluso underneath the drawbridge. True freshman attacker with his first.
The Culver kid, great lefty on the run. Down 5-hole, puts it on the ground, changes levels, change planes. It's what you want to do on a goalie. Goalies practice with them. They said it on Twitter. It's the year of the goalie. I couldn't agree more. So many great goalies in college lacrosse.
Michael Gianfacaro, Emmett Carroll, 2 of 7 goalies on the Tewaaraton watch list. A defensive player has never won the Tewaaraton in men's lacrosse. Logan McNaney from Maryland, another very notable name to look at there. Smith in the middle, sticks it home. 16-7 after Smith's second.
And North Carolina getting a lot of different guys in on the defensive end now, and this is where you're seeing some of those missteps. A total miscommunication allows Smith to get open. I talked about what...
Early afternoon starts on Sunday for both these teams, too. Get the Quakers and the Tigers back up to the tri-state area. They got class tomorrow. You know how that goes.
Truly the student athlete. I mean, you're at an Ivy League, so you got to be a student.
Penn getting the rock rolling on the man up. Rubin. He's found his stride today. On a night when the Penn offense hasn't had much to speak about, Cam Rubin's got 4 goals.
Penn doesn't have much to take away from this game regarding the positive going into Duke, but they're finding it later here